MrBeast's crew has many members, but how did MrBeast really meet these people? From the truth about how he met Chandler, Chris, Karl, Tareq, Nolan, and even the hidden secret about how MrBeast met his girlfriend. This is the truth about how MrBeast met his crew. Like the video and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, or this spider will be in your bed tonight. First, we've got how MrBeast met Chandler. So most people think that Chandler was MrBeast's friend, but that's completely wrong. The truth is, Chandler was actually MrBeast's janitor. MrBeast hired Chandler to clean up for him after filming a video. So how did Chandler go from MrBeast's janitor to being a part of his crew? Let's check it out.
Chandler, this is a fun story. Chandler was actually our janitor. We brought him
Wait,
on.
what?
Yeah, we brought him
way.
on to just clean and stuff like that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, seriously. And he was very shy, like super shy. He was so terrified to even talk to me. And then
I had no idea Chandler was MrBeast's janitor.
You're like, wow, you're funny.
yeah, people really liked him. And then,
Oh, wow.
yeah. And so then he was
What
in
a
one
story,
video,
man.
and then he was in another video, and Chandler all of a sudden just starts popping in more and more videos, and people are like, "We like Chandler, we like Chandler," and I'm
And
like,
there you go.
yeah.
Watch the video until the end for 48 hours of good luck. Next, we've got how MrBeast met his friend Chris. So not many people know this, but Chris was actually MrBeast's first ever friend since they were kids. They actually went to school together, and when MrBeast made his YouTube channel, Chris was his first ever subscriber. Let's check out MrBeast talking about how he met Chris.
So Chris, I've known him my whole life. Fun fact, right? He was actually my first subscriber. No joke. Chris was. He was here since day one.
Okay, that's
And
just stupid.
Chris was literally MrBeast's first subscriber.
But you.
Don't.
Anyways, so yeah, he was my first subscriber. I've known him my whole life. He's been helping me the whole way.
So I actually have a secret video from when MrBeast and Chris were kids talking about making YouTube videos. I bet you haven't seen this secret clip before. MrBeast and Chris are literally talking about making videos together while they're at school. Let's check it out.
We are currently school blogging. I'm gonna be uploading my,
So Chris is talking to MrBeast, who is sitting behind the camera right now.
we'll be going to my friend's house to work on the video. When's a good day for, I can go over to Jimmy's.
You're going over to our house?
Yeah, I'm coming over to your house to record it.
He doesn't do anything, so he need to.
Next, we've got how MrBeast met Karl. So the story about how MrBeast met Karl is actually insane. So Karl was actually working for MrBeast's brother. MrBeast and Chris ended up meeting him one day, and Chris really liked Karl. The thing is though, he worked for MrBeast's brother, Mr. Bro. So MrBeast couldn't hire Karl for his own crew. You won't believe what MrBeast had to do to get Karl to join his crew. Let's check it out.
CJ was like, I really like this Karl guy. I was like, really?
You're like, what if I like him more?
Yeah, I was like, okay, let me try him. And then I was like, oh, Karl's cool. Chris just fell in love with Karl. And Chris was like, I don't want to film if Karl's not here.
You watching, Katie?
And I'm like, yeah, but Chris, Karl's working with my brother.
MrBeast literally stole Karl from his brother.
I had to call CJ and be like, so, Chris really likes Karl. And CJ's like, don't do it. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. But I'm just telling you, Chris will be really sad. And then eventually, with time, we ended up getting Karl.
Next, we've got Tareq. So Tareq has been a part of MrBeast's crew since he had 1 million subscribers. A lot of people know him as MrBeast's cameraman, but now he's actually a main part of the crew. But one secret a lot of people don't know is how MrBeast actually met Tareq. Tareq wasn't always a cameraman, he was actually a comedian and wanted to become a doctor. MrBeast ended up talking about how he met Tareq. One thing a lot of people don't know is that Tareq actually ended up getting fired by MrBeast, but then he ended up coming back. So let's see how that ended up happening.
How did you meet Tareq? Welcome
Basically, this is before I had any employees. I went to a comedy show, and Tareq was doing comedy, and then after the comedy show,
So Tareq was literally a comedian before he became MrBeast's cameraman.
you want a job? And then he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I just got a job at the hospital. And I'm like, Tareq, be my cameraman, I swear to God. So then Tareq left for a year. And then a year later, Tariq's like, yo, I hate working at the hospital. And he's
Next, we've got how MrBeast met his girlfriend. So MrBeast has a girlfriend named Tia who has started to appear in some of his videos now. The craziest story about how MrBeast met his girlfriend is that MrBeast ended up getting stuck in South Africa one day. While he was there, something ended up happening and he ended up running into this girl he never met before. Later on, this girl ended up becoming his girlfriend. What ended up happening is crazy, so let's check it out.
going to Antarctica. So we're in South Africa, about to go to Antarctica. So we're like chilling in South Africa for a couple of days. I was just at dinner with a friend, and then her friend, who's my current girlfriend, just stopped by. She just stopped by to say hi to her. And like within 5 seconds, I was like, holy, this girl is beautiful.
This story is insane.
Asking questions. Yeah. What do you do? And then she was like, I'm an author. And I was like, yeah, good. And then we started talking, and I just tried to get a feel if she likes learning. Like,
so MrBeast's girlfriend actually ended up explaining herself about how she ended up meeting Jimmy. But the weird thing is, both of their stories are kind of different and no one knows what the real truth is. MrBeast's girlfriend Tia is starting to appear in more videos now, so maybe she'll become a part of MrBeast's crew. Let's find out the real truth about how MrBeast met his girlfriend.
How did you meet Jimmy?
Jimmy was coming down to South Africa. One of my friends stumbled upon them, and I said, okay, I will leave the house. I'll join you guys for a quick coffee.
If I must.
Yes, if you force me to. Like, I knew of MrBeast. I knew the great things he was doing. So I got there and he was super nice. Very down to earth. I thought I was boring him. But anyway, I got home and I got a DM from him, and he decided to come back a second time to South Africa, this time to visit me instead.
Next, we've got an insane story of how MrBeast became a popular YouTuber. This was before MrBeast even had a crew, and he was really sad in life. MrBeast's mum wanted him to quit making YouTube videos and go to college. But what MrBeast used to do is actually lie to his mum and then just sit in the college car park and make YouTube videos all day on his laptop. When his mum found out about this, she went crazy, so let's check it out.
I hate school. I hate it.
So MrBeast hated college and just wanted to be a YouTuber.
My mom was just like, either you go to college or you move out. Like, you're not gonna live here and not go to college. So I go to college, and I just couldn't stand him. After 2 weeks, literally just 2 weeks, I just stopped going. But I didn't have enough money to move out. I wasn't making anything. So I just didn't tell my mom. I would act like I was going to college, and then I would like just sit in my car at the college campus and just work on videos. And then I'd come home and I'd be like, hey mom, college is great. And then
next, we've got how MrBeast met Sneeko. So Sneeko was actually an old member of MrBeast's crew who ended up getting fired. MrBeast had many members of his crew, but sometimes he actually has to fire them because things don't work out. Sneeko was one of these people who got fired, and one day he ended up explaining how he actually ended up meeting MrBeast. The story is completely different to how he met any of his other crew members, so let's check it out.
One of my inspirations is MrBeast.
Yeah.
And you actually worked with him for a while.
Yeah, I've known him for a long time, since I was 14. I've known him for a decade now.
How did that happen? How did you...
We were both making Call of Duty videos at the same time. We were both making Call of Duty commentaries. We met through like comment sections.
No way.
Yeah, we were meeting through comment sections. We spoke on Twitter, and then he bought me a flight back when I was in college, and I went and worked for him in North Carolina. And then I really saw how it was possible to be a content creator.
Click on one of the videos on your screen. Peace.